Hey everyone, and welcome to FCRB TV. And I was gonna wait till tomorrow to do this video, but it's just on my mind. Arsenal took care of Milan today, and I was seeing all the comments about the penalty claim and the penalty claims in the game, the penalties that were given, the penalties that weren't given. So I said, you know what, let me go ahead and cover, give my review of the second leg at the Emirates between the Rossoneri and the Gunners. I'm also going to talk about um, Barcelona and Chelsea in the Champions League on Wednesday. And what was the other big one? Um, it'll come to me. There was another Champions League match that I wanted to touch on. I can't think of it right now, but we'll get to it. So to start off with today, obviously being a Gunner, Arsenal went ahead and won the match today, 3-1 at the Emirates after falling behind, winning the tie 5-1 on aggregate. Um, Again, I felt like it's kind of shocking because you go back 2 weeks ago, and Arsenal were in shambles. Man City looked like they were playing friendly matches against us, um, and then we lose to Brighton. We're looking real bad. We have to go to the San Siro after that, and you know, belief wasn't very high, but um, we took care of business at the San Siro, and then we play on the weekend against Watford. Looked good, and then again today, I thought that we were the better side by a long shot, even though Hakan Chuninoglu, I don't know if I got it right, but I tried this time. The number 10 for Milan scores the rocket from outside the box. That was kind of against the run of play because we were all over them. We weren't really getting that final piece to go ahead in the match on the night, but we had the possession. We were creating chances. They had fleeting moments of opportunities for themselves, but it was few and far between. And then Chinanoglu scores the shot from distance. I think Ospina was kind of like half asleep, kind of wasn't fully hip to what was going on because he was kind of left with nothing to do throughout the first half there. And the strike comes and he's not ready. 1-0 to Milan. So now it's game on. People think that Milan has a chance. Milan thinks they have a chance. And then Arsenal, we come back, we start knocking it again. We're knocking it. We're putting them under pressure, moving the ball. And then Mkhitaryan slips Danny Welbeck through. And Danny Welbeck, there was a slight touch on his shoulder, slightly, if anything. And Danny Welbeck tumbles to the ground as if he's a 68-year-old man who is playing his testimonial match, falls to the ground, and the referee falls for it and gives a penalty. And what's so bad about it is I'm a Gunner through and through. I love Arsenal, but there's no way that's a penalty. That's an insult to the game that you give that as a penalty. And what's so bad about it is that fourth official, the one that's by the goal, he's standing right there, and he's kind of like the one who signaled to the referee, the center official, that that's a pen. You got to be kidding. The guy, Rodriguez, he didn't touch him. He didn't do anything. If we're giving away penalties for that, dude, defenders don't have a chance anymore. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing when they gave the penalty to Hazard against Arsenal in the league at the Emirates where we tied 2-2, we tied 2-2. And Bellerin, nicked Hazard's foot and he fell down like somebody shot him. It's just a joke. And for as much as I want Arsenal to win the match, that's not a penalty, and Milan did deserve that. I don't believe they deserve to go ahead in the match either, but that's football. They took a chance. Great strike, 1-0. And I never felt that they were going to equalize, equalize the aggregate scoring, because we were all over them. And I guess, sort of the penalty was a culmination of our dominance in the game. But again, it was a dive, was never a penalty. I feel bad for Milan in that regard. But after that, I mean, if you look at the whole match today, and this past Thursday, and you look at over the two legs, Arsenal were superior to Milan by a great deal. It was a lot. The gap was huge. And what's shocking is we're a team that has struggled throughout the season to show our dominance, to show our superiority, and we just took on Milan and made them look like a team that's way off the pace. They were not ready. They've got people like Bonucci, who's captain in the side. When you see Bonucci for the Azzurri, when you see Bonucci when he was at Juve, he looks all conquering. You can't touch him. And now he's chasing shadows and can't stop Danny Welbeck. And Danny's a guy we don't even want playing. You know what I mean? If Lacazette is fit, if Aubameyang is available, Danny's not getting in the game, mate. And Milan couldn't hold him. It's shocking, man. It's shocking. And then, after the penalty, it's 1-1 at halftime. And then, Donnarumma has a howler. Couldn't hold Xhaka's shot. Goes in the goal. And, Welbeck gets one right at the end. But, Milan really weren't. It's shocking. They're not good enough. But I thought that at the start of the season, with Rodriguez in the squad, Andre Silva coming in, Chinanoglu's in the squad, who else is there at Milan? I guess Bonucci came in. You've got Donnarumma in goal. You think that they've got something going on, yeah? But dude, they were terrible. They were slow. They're slow, not powerful enough. I like the guy Suso that plays on the left, but he plays on the right. But Suso, I tell you, they were not good enough. They were not good enough, and we just we can't go over the top with it, Arsenal. We can't think they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna win it now. The quarterfinals is gonna be hard. Marseille will be tough. That's who I want us to get. I want us to get Marseille. I don't want the Germans. I don't want Red Bull Leipzig. I don't want. I think Dortmund went out today. Yeah, I think so. I think they're done. So I don't want Red Bull Leipzig and I don't want Atletico Madrid. But I will take Marseille. I'll take Marseille. I'll take Sporting. Oh, yeah, I'll take Sporting. Jay, I'm sorry, bro. I think that we can have Sporting. That's why I want them. But you never know with Arsenal. So I might have to be careful what I wish for. But I tell you, so the quarterfinals will be a lot harder than this run of 16 that we've just finished. But I do think that we can go on and win it. But the guys have to be on their game. Xhaka looked the part again today. Milan, did they not have the stamina to continue with the press to try to keep us pinned in? When they would come on the press, it was just so easy for us to get through. We looked. There were moments where we looked like vintage Arsenal. We've still got Perez and Petty and Vieira and Henry and Will Todd, all those guys. I was like, wait a minute. We're looking real good right now. This is crazy, But I think that is just because Milan are just a shell of who they used to be. So credit to Arsenal for kicking him in when he's down. We had to do it. We did it. And now we have to be ready to take on whoever comes in the draw tomorrow for the Europa League last 8, the quarterfinals. Again, I'm hoping we get Marseille. Marseille has a manager there that's in Rudy Garcia, who I wouldn't mind being the successor to Arsene Wenger. But there's a few guys that are on the list, and I don't think Rudy Garcia is on it. But I think he's a good manager. He used to be at Roma, and he almost got it right there at Roma. I think he's doing good work at Marseille right now. So yeah, so Marseille is who I hope we get. Who else? So yeah, that's it. Nobody else in Europa League. No Atletico for us right now. No Leipzig, please. Um, yeah, so that'll be that. That's that with the Europa League roundup and Arsenal and the situation there. Oh, before I finish that, for as soft as that penalty was that was given to Danny Welbeck, there were a couple that Milan could have had themselves. There was one where the ball hit Chambers in the arm. Granted, he didn't swing his arm to the ball, but his arm was in an awkward position and the ball deflected and hit his arm. If they had given it, we couldn't really argue it. So that was one. And there was another moment in the second half when it was 1-1. Freaking Hector Bellerin rushed in on Andre Silva and kind of like bumped him. And he fell. He's asking for it, And would it have been soft? Yeah, it would have been soft. But there was more contact in both of those situations than what Danny Welbeck got, So it was tough. Dodgy officiating, I'd say. Refs got to be better in that one. But overall, I thought Arsenal were better than Milan, as I've said over and over. So that's that for the Europa League round review on that Arsenal. That's what we care about. But, going back to Tuesday and Wednesday, the Champions League deciding matches, the second legs. The game that the game that I really want to talk about is Manchester United and Sevilla. Manchester United lost on the night 2-1 from two Benetta goals. And they drew 0-0 in Sevilla, and they came to the Theatre of Dreams, and Benetta came off the bench, instructed by Vincenzo Montella, and just shattered the dreams of all United fans. And the talk all week after the match was, is it Mourinho's fault? Is it his tactics? Da 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 da. And he had some crazy comments after the game at the press conference, dogging out United as a club, which is crazy. But for me, the commentator said it best. I forgot who said it, but he said Sevilla played through the lines properly, and that's why they got their chances. And that's how football should be played. And I think Sevilla showed that, it's not about money, but it's about an idea. And if you have the right idea and work on it, you can achieve great things. And they played the ball better once they defended stoutly against United's bully ball. And then once they won it, they played. They stayed composed. They stayed composed, kept the ball on the floor, kept passing it. Steven Nzonzi's, playing like Vieira, winning balls, distributing into the attacking, playmaking midfielders to the strikers. They're combining, and they were just better. They just had a better idea. They had a better idea of what they wanted to do when they had the ball than what United thought of doing when they had the ball. And that goes back to Mourinho. Mourinho is all about a defensive setup. He wants to take away what the opposition does well, hit them on the break, and finish them, beat them 2-0. That's Mourinho's game. And if you remember one of my last videos, as after they beat Liverpool, I talked about how would Mourinho set up. A lot of United fans were pissed off that Fellaini was in the squad. I think Mourinho messed up with that as well. I do agree with all those guys. They're crying. I don't know why Fellaini was in there, but he played Fellaini because when it's all on the line, Mourinho's got to get a result. He wants to make sure he's defending first. And Fellaini's big, he's strong, he can get in the way. They can pump balls up to him. He can get in the corners and crosses. So he wanted that in there. I think he should have gone with McTominay, like all the United fans were saying. I don't think Pogba was the answer, but Pogba would have been better than Fellaini. So that was a mistake. And then he took off Juan Mata. He didn't even start Juan Mata for this game. He should have unleashed his Spaniard on the Spanish, but he didn't. He put Alexis in the hole and put Rashford on the right, and who was on the left again? Lingard was in there. Yeah, Lingard was in there. Yeah, Lingard. Yeah. So Lingard started. And Lingard's not the problem. What he should have done was he should have started with Matic and McTominay, with Juan Mata in the hole, Rashford on the left. Yes, keep him there, and then put Anthony Martial on the right. That's what I would have done. That's my man. Anthony Martial, I read today that he wants to go to, his agent is talking to Juventus. Don't go to Juventus, come to Arsenal. But it's kind of too late, because you should have come instead of Mkhitaryan. But we're glad Mkhitaryan's here. We're glad he's here. But if I had a choice, I would have had Anthony Martial come instead, but that's too late. And also, there's a chance that we're going to get Ousmane Dembele from Barca, because he's really not fitting in, even though we're going to get to him in the strike he had against Chelsea in the Champions League on Wednesday. But again, I tell you, United under Mourinho is no good. He's too negative. United fans have this belief that they're this all-conquering, great attacking side. Fair enough, but if that's what you are, Mourinho's not going to bring that out in you. He's not going to do it. So, yeah. So that was a shocking result for sure. Shocking result, and it does fall at the feet of Mourinho. He got the squad wrong. And he just doesn't really have an idea of how he wants to get a goal. He really hopes on the individual brilliance of his attacking players, but he doesn't really know how to get his own goal. So that's how United were undone by Sevilla. And you know what's also crazy? Some of these United fans were calling them the Stoke of the Spanish League. The Spanish League don't have any Stokes. That's why it's the Spanish League. Because every team in Spain wants to play. Sevilla is good, bro. I don't know. They were saying, like, well, this isn't the Sevilla team of years past. That may be true, but they still play ball. They still play. They still get it on the floor and roll it and want to combine and beat people, get some megs in there. They want to play. They're not hoofing balls up front. That's what Stoke usually does. They don't have no Rory Delap long throws. How dare you call Sevilla the Stoke of La Liga? Pump your brakes, bro. Because saying that just lets you know how much you know. And it's not a lot. That's incorrect, my guy. So, come on. When has Stoke ever scored a goal like that like Ben Yedda's first goal? Never. Never. Alright? So, I don't think it's fair to call them that. They have too much style for that type of comment. They play good ball, Sevilla. So, United is out. Tough break to you guys. And then we switch our attention lastly to the new camp, where Lionel Messi, the greatest player in the world at the moment in this time period, scored his 99th and 100th goal in the Champions League. There's not too much to talk about, in the sense that Lionel Messi, I'm not, because there's Messi fanboys and CR7 fanboys. I'm not either fanboy. I just love football, and this guy Messi's like 2 + 2 is 4, in the sense that that's the answer. There's no 2 + 2 could be anything else. Messi is the best, and that is it. My man controls every single player in the game. He controls his other 10 teammates on the pitch at the same time, and all 11 opposition are their movement is contingent upon what Lionel Messi does. That's how good he is. And no other player in the world at this time affects a game that way. I've seen Zidane do it. I've seen Ronaldo, El Fenomeno. I've seen him do it. But Messi's the one who's doing it right now. And he's like a superhero, man. He's so elusive. He's so fleet of foot. I mean, he just is fast. Oh. Chelsea never stood a chance. They never stood a chance. And there was really no comparison between Lionel Messi, and CR7 or any other player in the world at the moment. CR7 scores a lot of goals. Okay, great. Fair enough, bro. But Lionel Messi conducts and controls, and he decides matches by himself. His presence, just controls everything. And if he didn't play against Chelsea on Wednesday night, who knows what would have happened? If he didn't play against Chelsea the first leg, who knows what would have happened? I don't think Barca would have been a favorite. This guy, Lionel Messi, is just amazing. Amazing. And he's incredible to watch. And Barca is, as the Champions League draw comes up tomorrow, I know that all 7 other teams are hoping that they don't get Barcelona. What I do hope is I hope that Man City get. I hope Man City get. What I want again? I think. Did I say? Oh, yeah. Let Bayern Munich get Liverpool. Roma get Man City. Real Madrid get. No, that's not what I want. I thought about it before. I'm a little tired because I'm doing this video at like midnight. I stayed up watching the basketball games and stuff like that, so I'm a little tired. But I was thinking, let me try to put it together right now. I want Liverpool to get Bayern Munich. Yes, that's for sure. I think that will be. No. Let us get Liverpool, and because I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to see Barcelona and Sevilla. I don't want to see Real Madrid and Sevilla. I don't want to see that. Nah. We see that in La Liga. We're going to see the Copa del Rey. We want to see that. Even though that's what might end up happening. But let's see here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let Liverpool and Real Madrid meet. Yeah. Liverpool, Real Madrid, Manchester City, Sevilla. Right. Then we're going to have Bayern Munich and Barcelona. No. Bayern Munich and Juventus. Yes. Bayern Munich and Juventus, I guess. And then, no. Bayern Munich and Roma. Bayern Munich and Roma. Nope, scratch all that. We're going to do it all over again. Let Liverpool, Real Madrid, we do want that. Yes, Liverpool, Real Madrid, we want that. Yes. Then we want Manchester City versus Roma. Sevilla versus Juventus. And then Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. That's what the quarterfinal should be. That would be nice. And then we can get have a nice semifinal setup from that. I would say that I don't even know what I just said. No. I think that if Liverpool and Real Madrid play, Liverpool will beat them. Well, Liverpool should. If Liverpool says they're as good as they are, with that trident up front of Salah, Mane, and Firmino, they should beat Real Madrid over 2 legs. I think so. With those 3 guys up front, I think they can put them under enough pressure in the back, and Liverpool can get those semifinals. And then Manchester City will beat Roma. Manchester City will be there. Bayern Munich will lose to Barcelona. And then Juventus will... Who do I have Juventus playing again? Shit, I'm tired. I can't even remember. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see what we get tomorrow. But I definitely want to see Real Madrid and Liverpool, and then Manchester City versus Roma. I do want to see that. That'll be nice to see. And then we'll go from there. And then whatever. Bayern Munich, Barcelona, yeah. And then Sevilla and Juve. And I think Sevilla can play Juve, but I think Juve will pull it out in the end. So what you'll have is you'll have a Bayern, a Bayern, not Bayern, a Barca Juve semi, and then a Manchester City, no, a Liverpool Barcelona, Manchester City Juventus. That'll be great. And then we can have a final of Barcelona Manchester City. That'll be sweet. And I'm going to leave with that because I'm tired, mate. My club's going to Baltimore Mania tomorrow. I've got to drive down to Baltimore. I've got to get some sleep. I'm beat. But I just wanted to get this video done before I hit the road tomorrow. So, yeah. It's been a great week of footy. FA Cup games on the weekend. German League games on the weekend. And FC Red and Black games on the weekend. Forza Rossoneri. If you enjoy the talk, enjoy footy, subscribe at the bottom. FCRB TV. Gunners, I'm out. Ciao.